What's up, guys? It's Mion. I am back with another video, and I want to jump on real quick and give you my 2023 payback predictions because that is tonight. Um, I mentioned it in the community post. I'm not gonna be doing a live reaction stream tonight because I'm not paying for Peacock at the moment. Hell, I don't know between my mother and my younger sibling who set up the account. But I'm not gonna worry about it at the moment. And I've also got some other stuff I got to get done tonight anyway. So with that being said, I'll just be following along on Twitter and whatnot. Um, Probably will end up doing a reaction video afterward or what have you. But I wanted to get my predictions out of the way real quick. So drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. And let's go ahead and let's jump into this. So there's two matches that we know of on this card in terms of when they're going to happen. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus steel cage match will open the show, and Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight title will main event. Um, it's a six-match card plus a Grayson Waller effect segment with Cody Rhodes. So as far as that goes, I would expect shenanigans potentially. But with that said, let's look at the matches. So we'll start off, of course, with Becky versus Trish, steel cage. Um, I hope this is the end to this feud because don't get me wrong, having Becky feud with a legend like Trish is awesome on paper, but the feud just feels so dragged out. I don't know if having Zoe Stark partnered with Trish has done enough for Zoe in terms of fan interest in her when she gets back or when she gets to a singles run. Um and it just feels like this feud needs to end. And I'm hoping that this is the end for this feud and that both of them can move on to something else. Um, if I had to guess though, gonna be honest, I'm gonna take Becky Lynch for the win. Um, and we'll see where things go between Trish and Zoe from there. Um, and hopefully, my honest hope is that Becky wins tonight and goes on to feud with Rhea, assuming that she's still the champion, and we'll get to her momentarily. But they teased that earlier in the year, and I really want to see that. Now you could say, well, that's a WrestleMania feud. Yes, but I think they might end up doing Rhea versus Bianca at Mania next year, so we'll see. Um, Next match I want to talk about is Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title. Um, just give me Rey Mysterio for the win. I don't see Rey dropping the title back to Austin. Um, I know fans have tried to speculate that the LWO might split or from Rey or Santos might turn him. I don't see that whatsoever. It really doesn't make sense. I mean, if you look at it, like Ray got hurt in the finals match with Santos. So therefore Santos won, and then Waller proceeded to take Ray out, or sorry, take Santos out. So then Ray got put in the match, and then he won. Maybe Ray was going to win all along. I don't know. Um, I just don't see why. I just don't see why they'd split. So, I don't really agree with that. So give me Ray for the win. I would expect shenanigans, but hopefully Ray will be able to retain. Because I really don't want to see Austin get that title back. I just don't. Um, and then since I mentioned her before, uh, Rhea versus Raquel Rodriguez for the women's championship. I'm glad Rhea's defending the title on PLE again, which you can't blame that on her. That's just her being booked with Judgment Day and the way that Judgment Day has been booked. And I get it. Like it's fun, but at the same time, it, there's tension, but it feels like it's just going back and forth, and it's really a question of when's the, I guess, big bang going to happen with this group? Like, when is something significant going to happen? And honestly, I think it might be tonight. So I think Rhea retains. I don't see, especially with Dominic around, I just don't see where Rhea loses unless she loses because of Dom, but I don't think that's going to happen. Um, and then I guess that segues into the other match that Judgment Day is involved in. Um, KO and Sami Zayn versus Judgment Day, Balor and Priest, in a Steel City Street fight for the tag team titles, unified tag team titles, I should say. Um, so this is where I think things are going to happen. I think KO and Sami do retain. I don't see, because I have this feeling like JD McDonough is going to get involved. And it's either JD McDonough gets involved or Finn and Damian end up arguing with each other again and they lose the match either way. Um, and then that brings up the question of, well, what happens? Because, um, Rhea's getting sick and tired of Damian and Finn arguing with each other. Again, JD's been in the background, and that cash in, man, that briefcase is looming large. So I think we'll get back to that later. But I do believe KO and Sami will retain tonight. Um, and then LA Knight versus The Miz. Uh, this has been one hell of a feud, and it's been a lot of fun. Um, and you can't pick against him. Give me LA Knight for the win, because you know the Miz is at the stage of his career where it's better for him to put other people over. But he can still fucking go, man. And LA Knight, he got the win in the Battle Royal at SummerSlam, even if it was for nothing, of substance. But to go from that and then you get this feud with the Miz, um, it's been an incredible feud so far, and I think LA Knight gets the win tonight. Um, and then I mean he's got to go after that U.S. title next. Like regardless of who wins, he's got to go after it next. Um, and so with that being said, we now go to the main event: Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight title. And I have to say, WWE, thank you for saving Shinsuke Nakamura and giving him something with substance with this character. Having him turn heel and what he's been doing, it's such a breath of fresh air. Because again, when he first got to the main roster, a lot of people had a lot of high hopes, and WWE just fucked it with him. And now, this character that he's doing, it's so much better. And the interesting thing going in is that it seems like um Shinsuke has made it a point to say that he's going to be targeting Seth's back because it got revealed through this feud that Seth has had a lingering back issue for years, and it's something that he's never really gotten treated for. Um, and I think in a way it almost calls into question how much longer he can go at a high level. Um, I see this going one of two ways. Shut up, phone. I see this going one of two ways. Either Shinsuke, pulls off the upset and wins, and wins the title and hopefully gets a good title reign out of it. Or maybe Shinsuke's motive isn't necessarily to win, which I know sounds ludicrous, but hear me out. I think his motive could be to inflict as much pain as possible on Seth so that, you know, if Seth does manage to win, like it's going to be extremely hard for him to like get up and whatnot without having assistance. And that's where Damian Priest comes in because I think Shinsuke is going to do a number on Seth's back. That's what's going to get targeted. And if Seth manages to win, which I'm taking him to win, but if he manages to win, I could very well see Damian Priest cashing in tonight, and I think he's gonna fail because either Finn or JD McDonough, probably Finn, would cost him um as payback for Finn or for Damian trying to help Finn to win against Seth and not and then he loses, and whatnot. Though if Damian cashes in and wins, that will be huge, all things considered. So once again, give me Becky Lynch, KO and Sami Zayn, Rhea Ripley, Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, and Seth Rollins winning. Um, and again, the only title I could really see changing hands would be Seth and the World Heavyweight title. But does it go to Seth? Or sorry, does it go to Shinsuke or does it go to Damian? We'll see. With that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below. Catch y'all next time. Peace.